Hello, and welcome to another edition of Incorrect Aspect Ratio Theater. I'm your host, Randy Fischel, also known as Star Thinker on the Valentine Goose channel. I've been out of commission for a couple of weeks. I started out with a really bad infection. It started out as an earache, and then like the whole side of my face swelled up, and my eye drooped way down to here, so it was like below my glasses, and I couldn't see through my glasses, so everything was blurry out that eye, and then my ear got real pointy. But yeah, it was really bad. I naturally went to the doctor, and he didn't even have to examine me. He walked in and goes, "Wow, you got an infection." I was like, "Yeah, I think so." So I got these antibiotic pills, and for some reason I can't say that, antibiotic pills that were like as big as my pinky, and they were so big it came with this little tool that, like, when I tried to swallow it, I could push the pill down my throat with this tool. I could push it like all the way down to my stomach. So yeah, and then because of that, I was like off social media and stuff, and I kind of liked it. I stayed off for a couple weeks. I just kind of chilled, did stuff at home, worked on the Whistle Pig a little bit, and now I'm driving for 4 hours after being up for 12. So yeah, last night I had to go to a basketball game, and then from the basketball game to work, and I left work, and now I'm driving for 4 hours, so I am so tired. And I do these videos. I do Incorrect Aspect Ratio Theater videos to keep myself awake. But I'm all healed now. The pill, it was like a 10-day prescription of pills. Oh, the sun's coming out. Yeah, it's one of those days where there's dark clouds and patches of sunlight. I just want to reiterate, because I noticed on my Facebook page, on the book's Facebook page, there were some questions asked, and I just want to I can't answer questions of, is my solve correct? I just can't answer that question. Is my solve incorrect? Is it in this area? Those are the kind of questions I can't answer. So it's not that I was ignoring the questions, although I was off social media. But it's more like I just couldn't answer that type of question. That's just the kind of question you can't answer. And there's so many hunts out right now. I don't think anyone's working on the Beacon Star. There's like I've had like 0 book sales, and I don't know. Everything seemed to have died. So if you are working on the Beacon Star, take heart, because there's not much competition right now. So that's the way I look at it. That's why I got into Whistle Pig. I'm like, how many people are actually working on the Whistle Pig? Probably a dozen total, But anyway, yeah, I was just watching the marathon to see if the chest gets sold, and I just can't believe all the haters that were in there. I don't understand the hater mentality. Like, they come in there and they just blast everybody that's in there, calling them liars, calling them sheeple, calling them this and that. And I'm like, why are you here? Why would you come into a place where you don't like anybody? And of course the answer is just they want to be a bully, and they want to just sit there and rag on people, and they get off on that and stuff. So I hate it when 2 trucks pass. It just takes forever. Luckily we went downhill and one of them took off. So anyway, yeah, that's a spectacle, and I know I've been through it before. I put my snail, and there's talk about how much the chest is going to go for. When I had the snail, it was worth, roughly an ounce of gold, and it had 2 pink diamonds, and pink diamonds are relatively rare. It had a chunk of turquoise on it. It was worth maybe $1,000, $1,500, just in, I guess they call it melt value. But it had provenance. It was part of a collection. It was part of a collection of 13. It was part of a hunt that lasted a couple of years that involved $1 million, and because of that provenance, that doubled the price of the snail, and that's what I got for it. By the way, if the guy who bought the snail is listening, I wouldn't mind buying it back. But what I really want is the token we found. The token was a 24 karat gold leaf, and I just love the token. Anyway, so I think that's the same with this chest. It has, sorry about that, it has provenance. There's the melt value, and then there's the provenance value. So I can't block that sign. There we go. But this is really uncomfortable. I'm turning a corner here. So, yeah, it's hard to say how much it's going to go for, but I think the provenance went down with all this drama that's happening. If Jack had just come out and said why he wasn't selling it or why he was hanging on to it, if there was lawsuits, anything, I think that would have been acceptable, just to say what it was. But without saying what it was, everyone's imagination just ran wild, and now not nobody wants it, but people would be afraid to get it. They think there's something wrong with it. But yeah, I think the value went way down because he waited so long, and he was so secretive, and he wouldn't let anybody see it. I mean, I know with our hunt, when when everything was found, we went on the Today Show, and we showed all the jewels, and we showed all the tokens, and we told our stories, and I met a whole bunch of celebrities, and Al Roker was there, and I got interviewed by what's her name, Katie Couric, and we were showing everybody. The Gems actually made a tour of the States, and if I had found the chest myself, I probably, if I wasn't going to sell it for a year, which I can't imagine, but yeah, I would take it on a press tour. Why not? Could drum up interest for it. Here's the Forrest Fenn chest. Take it out and show it to everybody, and get on the Today Show, hire a publicist. But Jack didn't do any of those things. And I'd like to think he didn't have a choice, but if he had a choice, I just think that was a big wrong decision. I'll say wrong. That's my nice way of saying, wrong decision. But anyway, yeah. So I don't think at the time of me leaving work, there was no word, and it's still Friday morning. You can see the sunrise is blinding me right now, but oh god, 117 miles. Oh yeah, I'm going to rescue a cat. It's not my cat, but yeah, my friend is in New York City. Was going to be on, what is it, SVU? I can't remember the first part, something SVU, and the cat was in the veterinary's office, so she had to take off, and I'm off to get the cat from the veterinary's office and take it home. So that's interesting. Is it interesting? I don't know, but I'm going to have fun. I like driving, so I'm not on any timetable or anything, so it's not so bad. Anything else going on? And again, I can't really comment on that, but yeah, there's questions and people asking questions about, hey, is my solve right? Is it here? Is it there? I just can't answer those questions. That would just be too much information. And there's so many other hunts out. I'm going in circles, I know, but I've lost track of all the hunts that are out there. I brought my whistle pig book with me, and I'm going to drop it off at my friend's house because she's the one that saw DGK's hunt in 4 hours. And I don't even know how she did it, but she had a picture of the tree it was hiding behind in 4 hours of getting the book. And I mean, I was dressed, I was getting ready to leave, and somebody else was like, oh, they finally opened the trail and I got it, and I was like, oh, at least the word got out before I drove all the way to Texas. But yeah, I was on my way. Man, those fan blades are huge. I live in an area that they stage windmill parts, so they're always on the road. They're just freaking huge. Yeah, what was I talking about? I wanted to get into Copper Dan's hunt because I know that's probably close by to me, closer than normal. And I don't know, all these hunts are fine and stuff, but I'm getting scared because I was looking for a place to hide my next token for my other book. I'm on Google Maps. I'm looking for a place. I have an area in mind, and I'm like, well, if I put it here, someone's going to sue me. If I put it here, I can get sued. If I put it here, I get sued. I just don't think there's a safe place to do these things anymore. And I'm just so trigger shy, and man, I don't know. It's like if I put it here, the federal government's going to hate it. If I put it here, the city government's going to hate it. If I put it here, there's outcry because, oh, that wasn't a good spot for it. I don't know. I'm getting worried. I'm very tempted to call off my hunt. I really am. I just feel like I don't want to go through a lawsuit. I really don't. But I feel like everybody's sue happy and they think they can sue their way to win a treasure hunt, and that's just ridiculous. Oh man, and that's what some of the haters were like, my solve is correct, therefore I deserve the chest, and I hope when they sell it, they do the right thing and give me half the money. And I'm like, wow, what kind of brain do you have to think that way? But there's so many stories out there. They hide it again. No, they will not hide it in the same spot. That would be ridiculous. But I'm pretty sure they won't hide it in a park, a national park like that. That's just too risky. But anyway, I'm alive and well. I was just off social media. I just stayed off Facebook. I did watch some YouTube videos. Like I said, I watched the marathon. I've been watching Dramathon. That's what they should call it, the Dramathon. Dramathon 2021. Blah. And the reason I'm talking now, my new favorite thing is Demolition Derby, but with school buses, and figure eight racing with school buses. And I've been watching every video of school buses crashing into each other, and it's just the funnest thing ever. I used to love trailer racing and figure eight racing and stuff, but with school buses it just takes it to a whole new level. I did see in the process of watching that, I did watch Combine Demolition Derby, Man, those combines dig into each other, and it was just amazing. And you could see the guys bouncing around in the cab because, I don't know, they didn't put seatbelts in or something. At least with the school buses, they had to put, 5-point seatbelts and all that good stuff, safety equipment in there. But with these combines, they would just falling through the cab and stuff. It was hilarious. Oh, man. Yeah, I saw COVID the other day, and so I had to stay away from it, and that's probably why I'm coughing. I don't think I got close enough to it, though. But I guess that's it. I'm coming up on 15 minutes, and I did just eat a really good sandwich. We never had Quick Stars before, but these Quick Stars are popping up all over the place here. Man, everything there is just better. The chocolate milk is better. The sandwiches are good. They got fresh fruit, and I don't know, man. They're going to put everybody else out of business. Already the Casey's in town, they're closing like at 5 o'clock, and which is ridiculous. They used to be open till midnight. Some were open 24/7, but they're closing like really early. And I think that's because of the Quick Stars. They're not only better, but they're hiring everybody. They're hiring people from all the other gas stations in town and stuff, convenience stores. Anyway, that was my Quick Star plug. I did put in a bid for the chest, but they rejected it. I put in a bid for $200, and it was rejected right away. Anything else? I can't think of anything. I just need to stay awake a little bit. Message below if you watch school bus racing. Message below if you have a question about the hunt and I won't answer it. Message below and thumbs up and like the video. And if I get is it 10,000? When do you get the first plaque? At 10,000, I want a plaque. I want a YouTube plaque. So that's what I'm shooting for. I think I got like 12 viewers, so I got a ways to go. But I'll see you all later. Y'all take care, and hopefully we'll get some news today. Talk to you later.